Hello and welcome to my demo of my newest app, the daily journal called Reflections. This recording is going to be a little bit messy because this is the first time I'm recording on MacBook. It's because I have my test demo environment on Mac. I don't have it on Windows. So we're going to get started. Since I'm only on the MacBook screen, I can't see myself, so I'm just going to hope everything goes good. So the way that this works is that it goes in sort of like three different segments. So when you first open up Reflections, you're not going to have any questions. You're actually going to open up on this. Here is a screen where you can add any sort of reflection prompts, journaling questions that you find helpful. I have a selection here from the Ali Abdal collection of journal prompts. If you have a place to go for journal prompts, or if you don't have anything, you can just kind of Google journal prompts that you can use. Pick the ones that you like the best. Very, very trivial. Just add them right here. Each space by a new line. Click add questions, they'll appear here. That's the first part, very, very easy. This is where it starts getting into the meat of it. So every day, you're going to have 10 questions, or up to 10 questions. If you only have 5 questions in your question bank, then you're only going to get 5 a day. But if you have 20, that's going to randomly select 10 to keep it focused. So if I begin session, I think in this case I actually have exactly 10, and it's going to give you them in random order. So, for example, who would you like to be? I can either say an answer here, like I want to be a software developer. I'm just I'm just bullshitting this. Submit answer. What would you like to see? Or if I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck about what I want to see today, I can just skip it and be perfectly fine with skipping it. What would you like to learn? I would like to learn Chinese. I don't know. What would you like to experience? I have no answer for this. Where would you like to go? I'm trying not to do the same exact answers because I already did answers for this for the third part of this. What would you like to have? A Mac Mini so I can put my OpenClaw shit on there and not have to worry about my entire computer crashing. What would you like to do? I don't care. And then I don't care. So it says at the very end, I answered 4, I skipped 6. That's usually about how many I do when I actually use this app for real. I answer like maybe like 1 to 4 of the actual amount. So there's no need to do all 10. You'll notice here we finally get into phase 3 where it asks me to go to the canvas. And this is the real meat and potatoes of the app. So I got a big chunk of new things here. And in fact, I think this is the old version where, um, yeah, this is the old version where it doesn't allow you to delete cards. You can if you get the Gumroad version, if you get the official version, it does let you delete cards. So there'll be a little red X here where you can get rid of these. But I'm using a little bit older of a version. And so I have this big mess of cards here. And now I'm going to start mapping them. And this is really where Reflections becomes from like a generic whatever journaling app, who cares, there's a million of these, to something that's actually a lot more meaningful. Because I can start to map out my thinking here. And I've already done some mapping from my previous answers. Like, for example, what would you like to create? New interesting software, build things people use. So you have the one shift. And so I've kind of mapped this into a section called the software portfolio. I can probably take my newest answer here. But I see two of the same answers to the same, or two different answers to the same prompt. One says a millionaire, and one says a software developer. So I feel like these two tag on well. I'm gonna move these over a little bit. I'm actually going to combine these together. And it actually says the date so you can map how your answers change over time using this little button here, this link button. I'm going to link these two together because I think they fit in some way. It's an interesting font. I'm going to click the blank space here, create a new note. Millionaire software developer? Never heard of one, but could be interesting. I'm pretty sure I said Chinese twice. Is it? Yeah, I did. I did. So this is my needs. So I have a little needs sorting section right here. Get rid of this test one. These are bad. Bad. Get rid of these. I don't want them. Here's a new one. Here's a new one for. Oh yeah. I have trip ideas here. So my previous answer was Japan, but I have another New York City. Might be interesting. I don't know if I have a previous New York. And it doesn't look like any of these are New York related, so I'm just going to tie it all up to like I guess Smithsonian museums is the central idea behind trip ideas. This is another bad one. So this is exactly how the flow is supposed to be. Every single day, you do up to 10. They appear on this canvas, and you start mapping out. And in the process of mapping all this stuff out, you start to realize the different things that you want to be and the different things that you want to do. And that's the exact point of this, is to have a place where not only are you just journaling into the ether, but you can actually see all of your entries. You can see how answers to the same question change over time. You can see if there's a repetitive theme, you can link them together. And using this, you kind of naturally create a system of goals for yourself in terms of what you want to be and what you want to do and all these different things. Of course, you might have different questions than I do, but it all kind of comes into the same environment. So this has been a very, very useful tool for me. I have personally used it in my own setup. It's been great. And so I am happy to share it all with you. And I think that is just about it. Feel free to write questions in the comments, in the Discord, or at Jacob at jbr-holdings.com. That should all be in the description, hopefully, if I don't forget. But beyond that, I'll see you in the next one.